Greetings, this is Jeep Dragon coming at you again with some more handgun videos. We have two Sig Sauers, we have Glock, we have Keltec, Ruger, and Smith Wesson. So these are the 6 handguns that I have, and I'm going to make a separate video out of each one that is very similar. For this video, I am going to examine the Smith Wesson Airweight 637. The Smith & Wesson 637 Airweight 38 Special Revolver. Made in the USA. So it comes in this nice, I guess it's nice cardboard box. Printed on 40% recycled paper. Yes, that's pretty nice to know. And there's Smith & Wesson logo. Alright, let's open up this bad boy. That's pretty interesting. So it opens up like this way. It's got this styrofoam thing on it. Let's see. So they got the usual round that they tried it in to make sure it works. Not sure what this is. Ah, the locking mechanism. Oh, made in China. Never used these things, but so this one isn't actually marked with the Smith & Wesson logo. Let's see. The manual, so I guess this must be a generic one for revolvers, so not specific to the 637 lightweight, but kind of folded. Pretty sweet. Ah, another NRA ad. Their mail-in thing. Let's see. Paper. Smith & Wesson since 1852. And there's my receipt, and I won't really show you that. So here we go. Pretty sweet revolver, so I'll just show you that it's empty. So there you go. Fits nicely in your hand, and it has a hammer so you can cock it back to give it the single action. You can do both double and single action, which is pretty sweet. Well, there you go. The Smith & Wesson Airweight 637 38 Special Revolver is a 5-shot revolver. The trigger is about 10 pounds, and it can be either double action or single action. Now, double action means that when you pull the trigger, the hammer goes back and forward with one trigger pull. And then you can actually set it up for single action by cocking the hammer back. So now the trigger is already set back, and then you just pull it to release the hammer. You can get speed loaders. So this one I think might work with others besides 38 Special. give it a twist. There you go. Now, I know I'm not very good at the speed loader here, but it's probably, you just barely slip it in there, twist, pull, and there you go. So here's the one that I've shown with like all of my firearms. The very first concealed carry holster I ever got that I only used a couple times, but it has a good concept for it. So universal holster, Velcro, adjust with any firearm. I've shown this one with all of my firearms, so it's quite universal. And of course you just zip it up, so it's not really a fast draw holster. But it has a lot of carry options in it. Like you can carry, like there's pouches for, of course, you know, just a revolver. You're not really going to use magazines, but that's what it kind of had in mind. You can carry pens and key ring, cell phone pouch, whatever, extra pouch here, extra pouch in the back, whatever, carry just about anything you want. So, so using something like this for a 38 special is kind of weird. Like I could see this more for if you're hiking or camping and you want to carry a full-size fire, like semi-automatic, then I see this is more of an option for something like that. But here's another universal holster that I got at a gun show, like no name brand, nylon one that works pretty well with just about any firearm. I've tried it with several, worn it with several, so same concept, universal Velcro holster there, and then you can carry, well, with a semi-automatic you can carry, like, there's pouches in there for 2 extra magazines, but since this is a revolver, you know, maybe you can put speed loaders or just dump some ammo or speed strips or whatever. But you can carry a draw, cross draw, straight draw, left-handed, right-handed, whatever is that, universal. So suppose I wanted to draw with my right hand, cross draw, and wear it on the left side. Zip it up, leave this sticking out, wear this on my belt on the left side, and then when I want to draw it, I take my left hand, boom, take my right hand, pull it out. If you're actually wearing it, you can do it a lot quicker than that. But so you could probably find this at a gun show, it just in like purses section, or like where some people sell generic name brand nylon holsters, and that's where I found this. Here's a nice leather outside the pants belt holster that I went to a gun show and had heat treated to fit. I think I've worn this once or twice, but so that's a nice option if you want to go to a gun show or someone who sells. So this is called the michaelcole.com holsters. Okay, if I want to do a pitch for them. But yeah, so you know, it works pretty nicely with, if you want to buy a holster that can be custom made, leather holster for just about any of your firearms, there's that option. Here's another infamous holster called the Cell-Pal holster, and it works with just about every firearm imaginable. So fits just nicely there, and it goes inside your pants, and this holds your cell phone and it dangles over your belt. And there's 2 problems with this one that I've experienced. One, this shape like seems to perk up inside my pants, and I don't really like that. I mean, if I'm gonna carry it, I don't want any shape of the firearm. Maybe, you know, it's not shaped like the firearm, it's still shaped like a big round wallet or whatever. Second problem is you have to have a cell phone holster that fits your cell phone, and the cell phones come in all shapes and sizes, but this is the original one that I bought with the Cell-Pal holster. And here's an old, smaller cell phone that's not even a smartphone that I got before a smartphone, some kind of Motorola one that, and of course I use a Samsung Galaxy Note 2, which is much bigger, and so then later on I bought a bigger phone holster when I had a Motorola Droid 2 Global, and never even used it. I mean, so I mean, if you like universal deep concealed carry holsters, this might work for you. It might be different for everyone, but I'm just saying it doesn't work for me, and I gave you 2 reasons why. But hey, it's an option. Self-pal holster. Okay, here's some kind of universal holster that can work with it. Blackhawk nylon holster, right-handed, inside the pants. 3 3/4 inch, 4 1.5 inch barrel, large autos. That's what it says. So, but it's pretty universal. It could probably even work with this revolver. Yeah, it fits pretty nicely, and since it's really thin and soft, and it's gonna hide your. So it's Blackhawk size 6, and I've worn it with my SIG P250, my Glock 16, and it's a really easy to draw any firearm out of it. Of course, reholstering is the trick, but because it's going to squish inside your pants, so then you just kind of have to use both hands to reholster, like peel some out of there and then just like snake it in. It's not going to be that hard to reholster. You just need both hands. But there's an option in a really practical universal one of that for any of your firearms. Here's one that probably worked the best for me with this holster. I got it at a gun show from like a guy who's like deadeyeluke.com, give him a pitch. This was like a custom made one where he would like heat treat and melt and mold to shape the firearm, and this one works really nicely with just like it snaps in and then when you're wearing it, it's a lot easier to pull out, but you don't need 2 hands to draw, and it holds really nicely. So so I pretty much wear this one, the Deadeye Luke one, with my revolver. But